Hello, everyone, and welcome to the HHW Show podcast, the hard hitting wrestling show. I'm your host, Obi-Wan, and Hector and Frank will join me momentarily. On today's show, we're going to be talking about the matchups that's already created for the world titles. Four matches already official for WrestleMania, and potentially there's going to be a lot more. And WWE finds a way to flirt with all these scenarios that you got to connect the dots. It's almost like playing the game of Risk. Okay. You don't even know which way you're going, but you got to take advantage of whatever country is right next door, right? Well, it seems like that here as we get, as we traveling on the road to WrestleMania. Okay. But with more to this WrestleMania, I've created two tournaments. And yes, it is going to be awesome. So, Hector, Frank, guys, welcome. Um, man, a lot of story to talk about, right? Matchup cards. And let's start with the matchup cards, shall we? Because again, this is I love it, man. I don't know about you, but I'm digging it. I mean, this is not like something that is predictable, but we know that the world titles are taken care of, but we don't know how much more is going to happen. But before we do, Northeast Wrestling, Hat City Havoc 2 is coming April 27th to Danbury, Connecticut. And actually is official. Matt Riddle will be there. Tickets already on sale, but you better hurry up because those tickets are actually getting sold quickly and there ain't that many seats left. So you want to take advantage of that. It is a big place and Henry Abbott Tech High School right off of I-84. So again, that's happening. But in our first, the world match, the main event, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Guys, I feel like I gotta ask this question. Will Cody Rhodes actually make it to WrestleMania?
He's sure putting his foot in his mouth a whole lot, isn't he?
Damn, absolutely.
I mean, I honestly, this I like this Cody Rhodes better. This is more of an aggressive Cody than we've seen from last year, in my opinion. Maybe because he knows the cards are stacked against him, but he's taking more of an aggressive approach to this situation. And honestly, for me personally, he's saying that he's the hunter. No, he's the hunted. Because apparently, to me, my opinion, the
So
tribal
he's the
chief,
prey.
yeah, this is my opinion. Because the thing is, I feel like Roman Reigns being the apex predator in this situation didn't finish the job, and now we got a wounded duck running around here fighting for his life, and that's Cody Rhodes. And I think now Roman Reigns being the predator is going to trying to finish it off.
I don't understand how these three former or NYPD in California, that didn't even make sense at all whatsoever. And saying that they're suspended, but they're with them long. Like, I was so lost when Paul Heyman said that. I don't know if that came out of his ass or something. I don't know. But it ain't come out right. But then all of a sudden, the way they get thrown out the ring, I was like, that is BS. These guys are independent wrestlers. They just got the spotlight because they're doing it in California. Okay. So that's crazy. And the fact that very rarely do you ever see Paul Heyman with a bunch of scrubs that he don't know. You know what I mean? It's like, and that middle guy, he looks so old. I don't even know why he taking some punishment. Get out of here with that crap. Anyways, it was fun to me that Cody Rhodes had a match with Drew McIntyre, right? And I didn't feel like, man, I don't know, that should be happening. But that's another story. Like, why is Drew getting in there and telling him, you need to focus on you and this and that? Like, all of a sudden, Drew McIntyre is the preacher trying to talk to Cody Rhodes, and we'll get to him later. But what I also am confused about is Cody Rhodes is like calling out The Rock. So, do you think he's gonna have a match? Will The Rock announce that he have a match during Raw or SmackDown, or is this at WrestleMania day one? to get to Roman Reigns on day 2?
I don't think neither. I don't think The Rock is going to fall for this for the bait. Honestly,
I think eventually he
this
will
is my
say he's gonna
opinion.
have a match. I think they're just gonna wait till the last minute.
You think you will?
Yeah, why
Okay.
not?
Well,
Why
it's
would
very
The
short
Rock?
winning
But,
there.
but why would The Rock need this match? What does he got to prove?
Well, I mean, he did initiate the slap.
Yeah, of course.
So you're just gonna slap somebody and then that's it? Like, oh, you won?
Well, Will Smith did it to Chris Rock.
Oh, he was a man, he slapped him. He didn't even punch him. He just gave him a slap. I don't know, man. They just did it. If you're gonna hurt somebody, he just slapped him. And this
Well,
guy from
the
what's he say?
slap
He's
it.
from Philly, right?
Yeah.
He from Philly that went to Bel Air. That's what they teach him in Bel Air. Get out of here with that. Hey, more to follow on this, right? Let's move on. We got Io Sky versus Bailey. That one, like, that storyline is like a stalemate. There's not really much to it except for Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai is really still in the show because everyone's talking about her. They're not really emphasizing on these two superstars. What is Dakota Kai gonna do? Is she tricking Bailey or is she legitimate on Bailey's side? That's all I want to know.
Don't we got a lot of that going on?
A lot more trading. Who knows?
Mm,
I mean, I think
I mean, we
she's
did have an
not going to be
episode
on Bailey's
betrayal,
side.
right?
Was that
But let's
Frank?
not get Frank started on that one though. But what do you
Hmm.
think, Frank? You think Dakota Kai is really in favor of Bailey?
I think she's just baiting her in. You know, yeah, yeah, I'm with you, I'm with you, I'm with you until the very end. And then I'm gonna knock you out.
So do you
Entonces
really
la hago.
think? So you think this WrestleMania is all? It should be entitled "The Betrayal" because it just seems like it's all being set up that way.
Your setups. This is like it's confusing. I mean, it should be
WrestleMania
that way.
40.
Yeah,
Uh,
but I mean,
You
it
know,
should be that way, right? I don't feel like any of these matches could go either way. But the guarantee I'm gonna tell you right now, Bailey's winning that title. That's for sure.
I'm not. I'm
If
not. I'm not.
Oscar couldn't win against Charlotte, then Io Sky's not winning against Bailey. I'm just saying. This is WrestleMania. So we'll talk about that later down the road when we get to our predictions, and that's maybe if I change my mind. But Dakota Kai is the key to this right here. My favorite right now, Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. Oh man. As you can see, and I'm gonna zoom in even more. The best quote on Raw: behind every great man is a greater woman, not a man.
oops,
Woman, woman.
woman.
My bad. that don't even sound right.
Woo!
Hey, Frank,
Ooh.
you got a lot of experience over there. I see. wanna demonstrate? Hey, take that. I see what's going on over there. That's why your wall, you got white spots in that wall. I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah, the door banged. The door banged into the wall.
Yeah, that's what happens, right? Banging.
Yeah,
Mhm.
of course.
Back door, baby, back door.
.com.
Oh no,
So
no, no.
so you saying the door is the
Oh,
Rock and the
The-
wall's Cody?
oh, what are we getting into here, guys,
Oh,
gentlemen? What is
it's
this?
my typo, man. It's my typo. I'm sorry. You know what? I gotta fix that.
But
I
look,
have
seriously,
that.
Rhea Ripley played that really well. She did.
Yeah.
She played that well, and I liked it. That was awesome.
If it was like, and hold on, I'm like already speechless and stuff, man. But Becky Lynch actually took a pause on that. If y'all noticed that, and
Yeah.
she's like, she just wanted to agree with her, like, you're damn right, man, because my husband ain't shit compared to me, But anyways,
Yeah, she did leave her speeches. There was no comeback for that.
you can't.
She just looked at her like, "You're right."
Yeah, you got me. I'll let you have that one.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. There we go. Behind every great man is a
That's
greater
better.
woman. And I think if you follow that through, man, it just honestly, I just don't see Becky Lynch getting the title from her. I
Why
feel
not?
like Rhea Ripley needs this match to confirm that she's the greatest champion right now. I think that's what's set up that way.
Could Nia Jax be the wild card in all this?
No, absolutely not. Because so now you're gonna that happened. Look what happened on Monday Night Raw. Becky Lynch interfered with the match. Why couldn't she not wait until the match was over so she could attack Nia Jax? Now she's created an enemy with Liv Morgan.
There you go, triple threat match.
Quadruple. Man, make it a fatal four-way because Nia Jax is not gonna stop attacking.
No.
It makes sense to protect Becky from getting pinned at WrestleMania. It protects Becky from saying that did she really lose at WrestleMania and Mommy's the real champion.
So this goes against your philosophy of having a fatal triple threat or fatal four-way. Now you're all in for a fatal four-way to protect Becky Lynch.
That's the only way that this is going to happen because we cannot see Becky Lynch winning this match right now because we could change our minds. But I just can't see Becky Lynch taking a clean pin. Nobody's going to interfere to help Mommy in this. She's going to do this on her own.
Rhea Ripley is on top, and Becky Lynch is not close to Rhea Ripley right now. I'm sorry.
I agree.
Yeah.
But to protect the integrity of the man in the women's division, put somebody else in that match.
That's like saying every man hides behind a woman.
No.
Is that what you're saying right now?
What?
No. But I just think
behind every great
why
man
protect her
is a
integrity?
greater woman. Now we're gonna flip that around.
Why?
Okay.
But why protect her integrity? She's
because
lost
of who
against
she is.
Nia Jax, anyways. It doesn't matter. She lost against Nia Jax.
Well, hell, Cody
Did
Rhodes
Hulk
lost to
Hogan
Drew
lose his
McIntyre.
status when he lost to the Ultimate Warrior? No. I think it's okay for Becky Lynch to get a pin and recognize Rhea Ripley was the
greater champion.
Right, the greater champion.
I mean,
Becky doesn't need a title no more. She already has her status.
Yeah, but
That's just
I
my
mean,
opinion.
no, I get it. But then we're still talking about maybe trying to chase Charlotte Flair here, just like Randy Orton's trying to chase.
Either one of them
Cena.
can come close to Charlotte Flair right now.
I get it. Because of the longevity that she's holding this title, which is rightfully so.
Yeah.
But you never know. Becky
So
Lynch
here's
is
the
not going to
question
give
then.
up.
What's better, having winning the titles all the time or having longevity?
I like the longevity because it shows that.
I think it's convinced me now to have it longevity.
Yeah.
I prefer longevity also.
Yeah. Okay. Talking about that, we have Seth freaking Rollins, who is the inaugural champion of the World Heavyweight Championship. And Drew McIntyre finally got his shot to go after Seth Rollins. Only the fact that he could have lost to Randy Orton if it wasn't for Logan Paul. Nobody wants to talk about that, right? Nobody wants to be sarcastic on how that match went to be. And yet they went with the flow on that. But I'm not understanding Drew McIntyre. His plea. I mean, look at all his victories. His victories has been assisted. Well, let's put it this way. In basketball terms, right? Is unassisted. Not unassisted. Because he's always unaware of what's happening and he wins. That's twice in a row. Cody Rhodes, which then after he knew that Jimmy and Solo Sikoa did something, and then now at the Elimination Chamber with Logan Paul, who had a brass knuckle that knocked out Randy Orton for him to roll over and get the win. So is that the way Drew McIntyre is going to win his matches from now on?
Until he changes his ways. Yeah.
And all of a sudden, now he's a saint, right? This dude is a saint. Everyone's cheering for him now. And the thing is, now his whole approach is trying to be a peacekeeper. We'll just bit him in the ass later on the show. But he addresses Seth Rollins to back off. Should Seth Rollins back off from the bloodline, or take the risks with Cody Rhodes? Do you think that Drew really cares if Seth Rollins is 100% or not going into WrestleMania?
I think Drew is just telling Seth Rollins to back off because you know what? What do most people do when they're told, "Hey, don't do this, don't do that"? Do we always listen to people? No. We do what we feel, and we don't really listen to what other people are telling us to do, right? So this could be Drew McIntyre just telling him, "Hey, yeah, don't do this, don't do this," and Seth is like, "You're not going to tell me what to do. I'm my own person."
Mm-hmm.
I think
Right?
Drew.
So it could be a setup.
I think Drew's just telling him for his own sake because Drew is still on this whole cry baby story that he didn't win the title in front of fans. So he don't want any excuses that he became champion at WrestleMania 40 against an injured opponent, an injured champion. He's never going to get the gratitude of being, winning a title fair and square in front of the crowd and all this that. But
So you're trying to say that he wants the glory, that's something he missed out. But
he
I'm gonna say right this is that all the signs are pointing to whoever wins that match, they're going to lose it right away.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that. But I'm do side with Drew McIntyre in a small sense here. Why do Seth Rollins need to butt his business with the bloodline? They don't have no beef with him. They got beef with Cody. He don't need to interfere himself.
Actually,
Mm-mm.
there's always have been beef. It's just been quiet.
They've been on
Because
different brands.
remember when Seth Rollins had his match and the Usos got involved, he went up to Roman Reigns and said, "Yo, you need to control your family," and let
Yeah,
him know that Roman Reigns, okay, that match he had last year at the Royal Rumble and then in the disqualification, the victory went to Seth Rollins. Now,
yeah.
of course, they had their rematch at Madison Square Garden, which nobody saw. But the fact that that happened, then there's still some hatred with one another, or is there?
I don't think so. I think it's more. I think Seth has more in the back of his mind that he can't seem to beat Cody Rhodes versus who's the better champion or who's the real champion between him and Roman Reigns.
The
See, there's just
enemy of
too
my enemy is my friend.
there's
Yeah,
just too
but I
much
don't
going
think
on.
there's any bad blood between him and Cody, man.
Or is there?
But he did state that he needs Cody to win. He needs him to win. He can't do it by himself because should Roman Reigns win, he's going to go after more gold. And that's whoever wins between him and Drew McIntyre, that most likely Roman Reigns is capable of getting back all the gold.
I hope not.
And he made that point in the ring, and I agree with him. That could possibly happen. But
Now,
at the same time, I'm looking at a different angle here. Drew don't want him to get involved because he don't want these guys, Jimmy Uso and so forth, to interfere in their match to attack Seth Rollins. Now it's a disqualification, and Drew McIntyre cannot win in a disqualification match. He'll
okay.
win, but he cannot get the title.
Look, I'm going to throw this out here, and you may just blatantly disagree and think I'm a nutcase.
Okay, you're a nutcase anyway, but go ahead.
Who's not to say that all this whole plot is a setup that Roman and Seth Rollins is working together to keep their titles on each other's waist and to set each other up to fight again? Who's not to say that Seth Rollins making a blood deal with Roman Reigns and The Rock because Seth Rollins know that his title is in jeopardy between Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest.
So are you saying because of the thing he said to Cody was he is responsible for making Roman Reigns? I mean, that's
Know.
probably the only clue that I could get of, like, he felt like he was responsible for what he had done to the Shield and everything else because he is the architect, he is this, he is that.
I I mean,
That's
because look at
that's
it.
good. That's good. That's
Like
a good
just
point.
and just not saying we're making a prediction right now because it's still too far in advance. But just
Right.
think about this: who is in more jeopardy of walking out of WrestleMania without their title, Roman or Seth?
Seth.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So just think about that without giving a definitive answer. So why wouldn't Roman Reigns make a deal with the devil, which is the bloodline? Bygones be bygones for this one moment, so he could keep his title and he could keep his title, so we can have one more match against them too. See, there's a whole different lot of scenarios. You see, there's a whole
Mm.
lot of different scenarios here that we can come up with. You know, something got to give. Something's going to give here in less than 40 days, and this is
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
So it could be Seth Rollins is making a deal with the devil.
It could be. I'm not saying it is, but it could be. The Rock could be plotting all this. He
So
could be
you don't
plotting
think
all of
that
this.
this could happen at WrestleMania?
No.
I think that could happen.
If it does, then for sure, 100%, Cody's not walking out of there with that title. Again,
Why
right
not?
now,
I'm for sure
no.
that he'll beat
Why
The
not?
Rock if it's day one.
If he
Yeah.
beats
Yeah.
The Rock, he could beat Roman Reigns.
No, he's not.
Why not?
He's not.
Why? It's been seen before.
I still
Why
think
not have
that
it happen
I
again?
still think the major plot is from the very beginning. And I told you guys last week is that something big is going to happen. It's going
Right.
to explode, and we're gonna think that The Rock was this guy, and he was always been the fan favorite. I'm sorry, like they shook hands, they talked about it beforehand. Like, I'm still remembering what Cody says. And he said that he's going to take everything away from Roman Reigns. And that's one, you got to get that championship. Next, you got to dethrone him as the leader of the bloodline. That means everything. And that was set up with The Rock and Roman Reigns at the very end. And The Rock wins, and he is the head of the table. That's my prediction.
Right.
But we got to move on because on the same family of the bloodline, we have Jimmy and Jey Uso. We never really got to talk about this, but man, these two, like, why would Jimmy, the jealousy part? Come on, man. He couldn't allow his brother to win the Intercontinental Championship, and it doesn't seem like Jay's going to get another opportunity, which we'll talk later. But this is going to be a WrestleMania match, and Rikishi's coming out. Rikishi even tweeted, "Yeet." So imagine that.
So yeah, okay, make Rikishi the special guest referee.
He could, or he could be the special and the enforcer.
The enforcer.
Looking at outside the ring. But I'm liking this right here. Another thing is Randy Orton and Logan Paul for the United States Championship at WrestleMania.
I can see that one.
The Viper is going to get revenge for what he did at the Elimination Chamber.
Oh, yeah, but I still think it's a waste of a match for Randy. This is just a way of putting him in WrestleMania?
I just
maybe
wish
he could
what
take the title.
He could have been the world champion. That didn't happen thanks to Solo Sikoa. Okay, it could have been Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins. That didn't happen because of this guy. And besides, I mean, I thought that maybe Rey Mysterio will come back and go after Logan Paul, but I guess that's not going to happen. But yeah, we're probably going to get it's not set yet, but if it was up to me, I would already booked it for the scenario that happened. But another thing that it could happen is this right here. Could Randy Orton and Hilario Caron, the reggaeton hip hop artist, get together and challenge Logan Paul and his brother at WrestleMania?
And what, Bad Bunny's going to be a special guest enforcer?
I think Bad Bunny's going to be involved.
No, I'm just saying, because you're talking about another artist get involved in the biggest stage of the sports entertainment.
I don't agree with that at all.
No, I don't agree with it either. I don't think just because Bad Bunny did it, just because Bad Bunny did it, not everyone else is going to do the same. Logan Paul, he's exceptional. He proved himself. I got to give respect to at least what he has done in the ring, right? I still don't like the guy, right? Character wise, I don't even know the guy. I just character wise, right? Because that's what he brings out to be a heel, and he's doing one hell of a job. And his brother, he's also a boxing athlete. I think he could do the same thing. I don't know. But yeah, you're right. Another artist, I would accept a UFC fighter over a singer. Let's put it that way.
Why not Kevin Owens?
Maybe so. Who knows? Who knows? He needs to have a match, right?
I think
Another one.
Logan
Go
Paul
ahead.
needs to put that Pokemon card on the line instead of the United States title.
Hmm.
This seems to be more valuable to me. Wears it around his neck.
This match here, LA Knight versus AJ Styles. I knew this feud was gonna happen because AJ Styles just can't stand LA Knight.
I know.
From his debut back, he's always attacking LA Knight.
Yeah. I like it.
I like it too. I like it.
I'm going down.
Yeah. Anyways, we need to see more of this. Hopefully, we'll see it this Friday. Could this be interesting? There's been signs. If you look at the body language of Austin Theory on Monday Night Raw, you will see that soon enough he's going to turn on Grayson Waller. And I'm on Austin Theory's side here.
What?
Yeah, man.
Wait a minute. What about the body language of Grayson Waller at the Elimination Chamber when he snapped?
Yeah, he left. Well, that's why Austin Theory looked at him and was like, "What? Like you have my back?" Oh, no. Come on, man.
I side on the Grayson Waller effect side on this one.
Why? Dude, Grayson Waller is always picking on Austin Theory to fight all his matches. Always volunteering him. There's going to be a point where he's going to get frustrated and give him the bird, and then these two are going to tangle. Why not better than doing it at WrestleMania?
The kickoff show. Day one.
There you go. Day one. Like it.
Book it.
Book it. All right. This is a heavyweight championship right here. And they need to have this. They need to. Bobby Lashley and Bobby Lashley and Karrion Kross. Or they can have a 6-man tag, put the Street Profits in there in AOP, and they could just go at it.
In a street fight.
Whatever. A no disqualification match. I want to see tables, chairs. This could be a TLC match.
Yeah, I agree with it. 6-man TLC.
They could fly.
Not like the Eagles, but yeah, they could fly.
Yeah. All right, moving on. This is my dream match. I don't know if this is going to happen just because Liv Morgan stepped up to Becky Lynch and she said to Becky, not everything's all about you. But no, Becky Lynch knew she stepped on her foot, man. She knows she did. You know, that face expression like, damn, I did do that. All right. But after watching the Elimination Chamber, I was like, why can't these two tangle with each other?
I mean, if you want to add more matches to the card, sure, why not? That'd be a good match.
She needs it. Tiffy time, baby. Tiffy time. I'm on the bandwagon. I like this.
She was impressive.
Now, I'm questioning on who will challenge the Judgment Day. I have no idea.
I don't think anybody. I think they're going after people now. I don't think people are going after them.
So they announced they're getting for all the gold at WrestleMania.
Oh, sounds like what you just said about Roman Reigns.
Yeah, but they even said it to Gunther. They want the Intercontinental Championship. Now, it flirted with Damian Priest, but I said, Damian Priest is the Money in the Bank, holds the Money in the Bank briefcase, right? And I know he's targeting the World Championship, but why not give it to Finn Balor? Let him go for the Intercontinental Championship. He is a former Intercontinental Champion. Why
Yeah,
not? And he
but then
hasn't
you
had
had
a one-on-one with Gunther.
nope.
Neither one of them has had a one-on-one with Gunther. They have group matches, but never a one-on-one. However, let's talk about the Intercontinental Championship too. Who should face him? Should it be Sami Zayn? Should it be Dominic Mysterio?
Dum dum.
He was stepping up. Okay. He was stepping up to him and he laughed. You see that face expression? Like nobody really respects Dominic Mysterio. And you know
No,
for a fact that he is not going to win. It's just no way in hell he's going to win. I
did
don't care how much support is not going to happen.
now we don't know what mommy said to him
Oh
because she
no,
had a,
we'll find out next week on that one.
because you saw her facial expression.
Yes.
That facial expression told everything to us. Do not mess with Gunther. You're doing something stupid. But she need to be talking to everybody in Judgment Day.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. Not them. Only Mysterio. Only Dominic.
Why not Priest?
She didn't say nothing to
She
Priest,
needs to.
but she don't need to.
He's the one that started it. He's Puerto Rican. He always got to start something.
Go
They
figure.
they consolidated. Okay, he Puerto Rican, so he started. Damn, you stereotyping fool.
Hey, oh well, he did. He started it.
He started it.
He started something he can't finish, so he brought in Dom Dom, right?
Oh, now, oh man. Anyway,
That Puerto Rican stuff. I'm telling you, man.
let's. So, I can't believe he had the courage to do that, right? But I thought Finn Balor was gonna like, all right, I'll get you, but I don't know, man. I'm just curious because I see the different side of Finn Balor. You would think that he will go for a title match or something like that, and yet he's just kicking back, like just looking back in, like he's not doing any effort whatsoever to try to get more titles. Just don't see it.
He's content being the tag team champion.
Yeah, but before he was all about wanting to become a world champion.
Unless he sees something with Judgment Day that we're not seeing. Like,
Hmm.
are they starting to crack at the foundation?
Nah, I don't think so. I thought so a while back, but now I feel like I think they're getting stronger right now. Like they had their flaws, but I feel like Judgment Day is getting a little bit stronger now. They're like more focused, more energetic. Like they stopping the bullshit. That's what I feel like. And look at this right here.
That
Look at that
face.
face expression.
That's a face of worry. You're
No,
making a mistake.
that's a face of not you. Choose somebody else. That's that look.
No, to me, that's a face of being worried because she knew what Gunther's about. 627 days as of today, Intercontinental Champion. Took out everybody he's faced in that ring. That's a face of worry. You
That's the
don't know
face
what
that
you're
you're
messing with.
saying, hey, you have no idea what you're doing.
Yeah, but her message was saying like you out of all people, you are you serious right now?
Well,
You Dominic for real? Like
better.
she didn't say that to him. And then Finn Balor said this. Watch this. Finn Balor said, "Dude, I think you need to take care of your business." So pretty much telling Dominic go talk to Rhea and fix it. Okay. On the other hand, we see Andrade backstage, and he's already discussing with Adam Pearce who's going to be his first opponent. Could it be that he faces Dominic Mysterio? That'd be funny.
Did you see the demeanor of Dominic? He wasn't the Dom of Judgment Day when
No,
talking to Andrade.
no, he was talking like he was still with his dad, Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, like he was some young kid, some young fan.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to see you again. It's like that was nothing but true respect to Andrade.
Yeah,
Something weird there.
very weird.
Is he trying
Unless,
to pulling him out? Is he maybe?
well,
I
this
don't.
is their first interaction, so like anything,
Yeah.
anything could go. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I'm curious to see their second interaction. Yeah. And then there is Chad Gable, who wants Gunther at WrestleMania to prove his daughter, and he thinks he has a legitimate excuse or reason to be the guy to go against Gunther. It sounds to me like it's going to be a cluster.
Sounds like they're gonna have a tournament to go against Gunther.
I could see that.
Chad Gable did beat Ivar, right?
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's a good preparation for Gunther. Just
but he's
saying.
already gone against Gunther. He's
You're right.
lost against Gunther.
You're right. And
He
then
gave
he
Gunther a
say
hell of a
like
match.
then he's tell him also like he told a lot of people that if he loses that he can never go after the IC title again.
I think,
Anyways,
yeah.
Why not? You know what? You know what? You know what? Why not just our truth? That's it.
I know he did. Gunther did say that, and everybody popped for that. You never know; it
I,
could happen.
I say, I say, give it. Let our truth go, and let him win one last title. Let him win at least the IC title on his way out, because he's almost out.
He
I
may
say the
not
tag
know.
team title.
I don't think he will know what those titles are unless you
No, man.
present the 24/7 title. Then he know what it is.
Listen, he might call it the hardcore title for all we know, or even a
Yeah,
European title.
he might say, I got the hardcore and the 24/7 title together. I think he needs to win the tag titles one last time with the Miz and go on about his business.
That sounds like something that they could do. Yeah. Um.
But this whole bloodline and Imperium, I'm liking it. We're seeing
Yeah.
things that we haven't seen before.
I
I
respect
like
more
it.
Gunther than anybody else because he's been putting it on, and I
He
think
puts the work in.
Gunther. I thought Gunther was gonna change the game a little bit, saying that he beat everybody, and that maybe he needs to step up to the world title, but that didn't happen. I was waiting because we could see the Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan again, and I think it's deserving. And I'm gonna tell you this: if Drew McIntyre was to win the title over Seth Rollins and ends up keeping it for some reason, I won't respect Drew McIntyre as the best in Raw because Gunther manhandled him.
Could we see Gunther defend that Intercontinental title before Seth Rollins at WrestleMania? If so, and Gunther winds up losing it, then I could see Damian Priest winning that title. You talking about Judgment Day having all the gold.
I don't
This
think
is
he's
how
gonna
I think.
defend it before WrestleMania, though. The way
This
it
is
sounds
how I
like he's
think.
looking for an opponent at WrestleMania.
This is how I think it might go down. And if anything, Gunther will lose the title after WrestleMania, right? Damian Priest said, "Hey, I'm going after. We're going after all the gold." WrestleMania happens. He steps in. He cashes in the briefcase. He wins. He gets that title. Next title, they're going for the Intercontinental title, and he's going to go against Gunther.
So
Wait a
does
minute,
he?
And
who's
that's
he
where you're going to
cashing
see
in
your
on?
Hulk
Seth
Hogan Ultimate
Rollins or
Warrior
Drew
match.
McIntyre? Or, like, I'm lost there. What
Whoever
you're
the
trying
hell
to
it
say?
is, whether it's Seth
Oh, so
Rollins
it's
or
gonna
Drew
be for the
McIntyre.
World Heavyweight Championship, is what
I
you're saying?
right. I'm saying
Okay.
he's going to cash in at WrestleMania against the winner of Rollins and Drew.
All right.
He's going
So
to take
then,
it there, and then he might go for the IC title.
so if that's the case, then like Ovi has said before, do they go with the Freebird rule and Priest gives the tag team titles to McDonough, and
I
then
think so.
I
and
think
then
so.
and then Dirty Dom go after the Intercontinental title and they help him win that title?
It could
That's
be.
That's
gonna
the
be a
only.
hard task to
That,
help, though. To be honest with you, because
I
are
know
they
it.
gonna treat him like they did then getting the North American Championship at NXT? I think that's kind of bogus, knowing that Imperium they just defeated the New Day, and I think their status is elevating. So maybe they are chasing the undisputed tag team titles.
That's a good possibility.
And then you have the well, who are they? The Creed brothers.
Hmm.
They probably gonna want to get their feet wet too. And then you also have Gargano and
But didn't
DIY.
didn't the Creed brothers go already against
Yeah, but you know how many times? I mean, they only did it one time. I mean, I'm sure they get more chances. Just saying. But I mean, they're still a hot team. They did beat the New Day too. They beat everybody but the Judgment Day. So I don't know. But anyways, listen. I love these conversations. Like I said, everything connects to one another and stuff like that. And we didn't even get to Drew McIntyre when it comes to him and Jay Uso. Now they got a beef.
Yeah.
Like Drew McIntyre, I don't know what his deal is, right? But why are you gonna talk to a bloodline member? I'm look, Jey Uso left, but he's still part of the bloodline, no matter how you see it. They're still related. But why? Why do you gotta approach him? That's all I'm saying. And Jey
That
Uso got no respect for Drew McIntyre.
and that sets Drew McIntyre up for failure. If he does become champion, he's going to be the short-lived champion because of all the enemies that he's creating here.
The thing is, the you're still related to the bloodline, and if regardless of the relationship, whether it's good or bad, some outsiders messing with you, family's always gonna stick together. I don't feel sorry for Drew McIntyre. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. That it's not good for Drew, man. It's not good. But you know what's good? It is the March Madness Fantasy Tournament. It is about time. Oh, yeah. And it's yours truly, the creator. And I got something big here. All right. It is March Madness coming up. And of course, next week is all the conference championship in NCAA basketball. And then, of course, the tournament will start. And then that weekend of WrestleMania is also the Final Four. So this is a lot of good going on that weekend. All right, and we'll start off with this right here. This is the bracket. I color coded it, but on this here is not, of course. But we're gonna break everything down bracket by bracket, and you guys are gonna make a prediction as to who you think will win each bracket, or your top two, or whatever it is that you want to come up with. And we'll start off with The Undertaker, number one seed, number one overall. He has the most wins in WrestleMania and appearances. Okay. So, excuse me. Maybe not appearance. I think Triple H has that. But here we are. The Undertaker, number one. And according to the brackets, The Undertaker will face John Morrison, Rob Van Dam versus JBL, Daniel Bryan versus Scott Hall, Chris Jericho and the Iron Sheik. That's the upper half. The lower half of that bracket, Kurt Angle versus Smash from the Demolition, Hulk Hogan versus Mark Henry, Christian versus CM Punk, and Frank's favorite, Rey Mysterio versus Andre the Giant. As
dude,
soon
why'd
as
you do
I
that?
saw that, I saw that. I was like,
Bro,
Frank is going to have
why?
fun with this.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
You know what? That match
yes,
is a
you
draw. They
are.
both move on. I'm telling you right now. That's it. There's no winner.
There's
I'm not picking
always
a winner. That
one
match is
winner.
a draw.
That's
No,
never
sir.
a
That match
draw.
is a draw. That match is a draw.
So
Watch, because I guarantee you,
it
Hector's
starts
gonna
March
pick
5th,
Rey
okay?
Mysterio. That's
Who's
fine,
gonna
but
pick Rey
on
Mysterio?
that match, I'm gonna tell you right now, Hector's gonna pick Rey Mysterio. You're gonna pick Andre the Giant, and I'm gonna say it's a draw. So you know what? They both move on. So just for that bracket, the next bracket is gonna be a triple threat, and that's
There
it.
is no triple threat, man. This is
A triple threat,
all nothing, man.
and it's
No
not gonna
holds
matter because
barred.
it's gonna be a draw too. I don't know. I just can't believe you did that to me there.
So you just concentrate on number 2 and 15 seed. Okay. So out of
No,
all these
not even.
matches, I'll start with you, Hector. Which was your favorite match, head to head?
I like the 314 matchup with Hogan and Mark Henry. You're talking about two guys, two big powerhouse guys going at it here. There's not going to be a lot of high flying here. There's not going to be you know, a lot of moves going on. It's just going to be straight. Who can outpower the other one?
Mm, outstanding. Um, you know what? I think it's the Undertaker versus John Morrison is almost like a professional team versus a high school. That's how I see this match. It's not even. I don't think that's gonna last. Um, Daniel Bryan versus Scott Hall. I mean, I can only imagine Scott Hall telling him, "Hey yo," and just throw a toothpick at him in the face or something. Um, but not Chris Jericho and the Iron Sheik looked like a great match. Iron Sheik in his prime versus Chris Jericho when he was the two-time champion, or how should I say, the two belt champ? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm still gonna say that he's the second one to do it, besides the Ultimate Warrior, right? Um, but I like in that match though. That could go either way. Frank.
I actually, for this one, on this side of the bracket, I actually like Angle and Smash. Just for
Hmm.
the simple fact that you have a very technical wrestler and you have Smash that's just his name says it all. He's Smash. He likes to beat down people.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
he's also
I like
technical
that.
too.
Correct, right?
Mhm.
But I like that contrast in styles that match is going to bring also.
All right, let's take a look at the next bracket. Triple H is the number one seed there. You also have Bret Hart at number two. And if you look at it right off the back, Triple H versus Eddie Guerrero, that's a fabulous match right there.
I mean, you're talking about starting off the first round with two great superstars. Man, sad to see one of them have to go in the first round just like that.
I mean, if the referee is not paying attention, I mean, he might give Eddie the win. What he likes to do? Cheat, eat, and steal. Is that how you say it?
Not eat. Is it lie, cheat, and steal?
Oh, lie, cheat, and steal. I'm hungry right now, so you
You
know.
you're getting to make you're confused. You're mixing it with Brock Lesnar who says eat, sleep, and conquer.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Repeat.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Sheamus versus Bobby Lashley. That's an awesome match right there.
Yeah,
I think
that is
that's
two brute forces.
yeah, it is. Two strength for strength right there.
And Bret Hart versus Mick Foley. Oh my God.
I'm intrigued. That is a good match.
Which Mick Foley we're gonna see? Are we gonna see all three versions on Bret Hart?
Man.
He has been known to do that though. He brought all three versions out once in one match.
No, he did that at the Royal Rumble. He had
Yeah.
made three appearances in one Royal Rumble, all three different characters.
He's the Buffalo Bills of the WWE.
Moving on to the next bracket, John Cena is the number one seed, and Kane is the number two seed there. But to start off, man, John Cena has a hard tag versus Cesaro. I don't know if he's gonna get him in that spin. Um, who else? I like Owen Hart versus Braun Strowman, but my number one match in this bracket has got to be Steve Austin and Animal.
Interesting.
mm,
I
mm.
I like Kane and Nikolai Volkov. These are two big guys.
Hmm.
Who's going to be able to budge the other one first?
I think Kane might attack him because he won't stand the way he's singing the national anthem for his country.
I actually I actually like the Miz and Jim the Anvil.
Yeah. I'm surprised
Yeah,
no one's caught on with number 3 and 14.
No,
I saw it,
we
but
seen
Seth
Cody's
that.
gonna win
Rollins
on
and
that one.
Cody Rhodes.
We've
We've seen
seen
that
that.
too many times.
Yeah, we've seen it recently. Yeah,
But I didn't do that by purpose. You know what I mean? Like it just went that way.
Yeah,
Crazy how
yeah,
that went, but
yeah.
absolutely.
You just pick numbers out of a box.
I did the wins first, and if there was a tie, then I had to go with the most appearances And then the last bracket, Edge number 1 and Randy Orton number 2. Okay. And go figure. We saw these two go at each other at WrestleMania during COVID, right? That
Yeah,
almost put me to sleep. Um,
that was
but
a
we
long
needed
match.
fans for that match, right? Yeah, 2020, man. Already. It seems like it was forever.
Yeah.
But Edge faces Sami Zayn. I like Davey Boy Smith versus Drew McIntyre. Oh man, that's an awesome match right there.
Yeah, I agree. I was looking at that. I like that 8-9 matchup. That can go either way there.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you
I
got
like
you got another big heavyweight match in this
I
bracket too.
like that Brock Lesnar against Hulk.
Oh my god. And if you see the documentary of Hawk, I mean, I gotta look at these pictures. Who is bigger, him or is it Lesnar or Hawk? And who is the most craziest man?
I think Hulk was.
That dude was drunk and still wrestling, still
Mhm.
going crazy, and doing drugs too, man. Which, yeah, by the way, the Big Show versus Yokozuna, what a heavyweight match. You think the Ring is gonna survive that?
I mean,
No,
dude, to say that the Big Show's the small man in this matchup is crazy.
Is he really? You think so?
I think so.
I-
I think weight wise, yes. Maybe height wise, no.
No, height
But
wise, no,
weight,
but weight wise, dude, Yoko got him by 10 briskets and 500 pounds of turkey and ham. Good
Yokozuna is a
Lord.
former heavyweight champion, and I remember how he got shafted with Hulk Hogan because Yokozuna had won against Bret Hart for the title
Mhm.
to turn around and Hulk Hogan took it right back. So, yeah. Um, Randy Savage, Kofi Kingston. I'm not sure
Mm.
on that match. I'm leaning on Randy Savage there. But AJ Styles versus Jake the Snake Roberts. That's got to be a good one.
I hope he's not scared of snakes.
Mm. Anyways,
We know
moving
who is, right, Frank?
on.
hmm Jake the Snake,
No, who's afraid of snakes?
who's afraid of snakes? AJ
Oh
Styles.
my, no. Okay, never mind.
Oh, he missed it.
No, you
Yeah,
lost
he
me there. I'm
missed it.
sorry. Yeah,
No,
my
Yeah.
bad.
let me bring you back to the Women's WrestleMania Fantasy Cup Challenge. How about that? I know
I
that's your
like that one.
favorite. Yeah, of course.
That's my favorite.
All right.
We have to go
So,
just based on pictures.
based on
You
pictures. All
know,
right. Well, you can always
hey,
vote
listen,
that way if you want.
hey, listen. Based on the past couple shows that we've done, you show pictures at the end and say who's better, this one or that one. So you know what?
Well, you
This
know
has to be
what?
based on pictures,
I'm
bro.
gonna add some flavor to you. Starting this week, okay. This is now the knockout stage in which um it's just like the World Cup. I had to do it that way. There are 32 females, and it's gonna lead to this here. The group stage is here on Group A: Natalia, Sable, Nikki Bella, and Billy Kay. Group B, you
Wow.
have Charlotte Flair, Asuka, Rhea Ripley, and AJ Lee. Group C, you have Becky Lynch, Bailey, Ronda Rousey, and Nikki
Oh
Cross.
no.
Group D, you have Sasha Banks, Carmella, Shayna Baszler, and Wendy Richter. Then you got on the other side of Group E, Trish Stratus, China, Tori Wilson, and Victoria. Group F, Beth Phoenix, Mickey James, Alexa Bliss, Michelle McCool. And Group G, you have Liv Morgan, Molly, Alicia Fox, and Lita. And the last group, Group H, we have Naomi, Nia Jax, Bianca Belair, and Melina. Now, these are
Wow.
stacked. Each group could go either way. Um, and then what happens is once the knockout stage is done, then we'll do the process of elimination, start with round 16, going on to the quarterfinals, semifinals, and the week before, or I should say the Tuesday before the WrestleMania weekend, we're going to announce the winners of the men and women's um, fantasy tournament winners. So it's going to be spectacular. I'll tell you that right now. Um, but hey, let's do it like we did before. All right, let's look at this chart right here, and let's look at Group A first. Who you think is your favorite in this match out of these four?
Nikki Bella,
Oh, you gotta give me more
Group
than
A.
just Nikki Bella.
Just hey, listen, I'm telling you, I'm going based off looks, man. Nikki Bella, straight up. I told you, you cannot have me choose on women. I'm gonna
Mhm.
choose just off looks. I'm gonna be that dirty dog. All right, it's Nikki Bella just on the way she looks. And just that's it.
Okay, sure, go. I know who's not gonna make it is Billy Kay.
Definitely.
She's one half of the Iconics, and I just haven't seen her win a single match by herself. Uh, Sable looks interesting. That is the wife of Brock Lesnar. Um, but Natalia's been there forever, man. So it's up to you, Hector. Who you got?
I was going to say Natalia. I think she has the experience in this, and um, I think she can use that to her advantage. Whether it's clean or dirty, it doesn't matter. She knows how to play both sides of the field. So I think Natalia will be the slight favorite in Group A.
Well, remember on this one, it's the top two. I'm sorry,
Right.
the top two of each group advances to the round of 16.
Right. Right.
So I'm picking, let's say Natalia
Natalia
and
and Nikki
Sable.
Bella.
You
What?
say Nikki Bella? I mean,
I
I'm
say
just
Nikki
saying.
Bella. I say this was gonna be Natalia and Nikki Bella.
Okay, Hector.
Yeah, I agree. I can
Yeah.
agree with that.
All right, we'll stay tuned because you can follow this on the hhwshow.com. Let's move on to Group B. Charlotte Flair, Oscar, Rhea Ripley, and AJ Lee.
Hmm.
Very
Hmm.
stacked group here. Very
I
stacked.
got
Very
Rhea
stacked.
Ripley and Charlotte Flair.
Very stacked group.
Look, I say Flair and Ripley. They're just two dominant women in this group right here. Not taking nothing away from Oscar, but Oscar doesn't seem to have that that it factor to beat Charlotte Flair, and I
I
don't think
mean,
she would be able to
everyone's
handle
ready
it.
for Oscar. Okay, I
Yeah.
got you. All right, Frank.
Definitely Charlotte Flair. Rhea Ripley also. I'd prefer AJ Lee just because she's nice and short, but I think Rhea Ripley
There we go.
will
Here we go.
work just
There we
fine.
go. All right, Group C: Becky Lynch, Bailey, Ronda Rousey, and Nikki Cross. I'm already canceling Nikki Cross on this list right here. Um, I like Becky Lynch and Bailey, the top two.
So do I.
I like Lynch and Rousey.
Lynch and Rousey.
Yeah,
Okay, all right. We'll
Rousey
see.
All right.
she just has that toughness about her that can
Ah,
scare.
you like it when they kick your ass. That's why.
Aha. All right.
Ah, there we go. You like the rough.
Not as rough as this next group, which is Sasha Banks, Carmella, Shayna Baszler, and Wendy Richter. Now, Wendy Richter came out at WrestleMania 1, and she is the former women's champion. But I'm looking at this. I like Shayna Baszler, and I like Sasha Banks.
Yeah, no arguments here. I agree.
I like Sasha Banks, and I like Carmella too.
Okay, Carmella. All right. Like I said, stay tuned to the HHW show this week. You can find out who is going to win on each group and advance past the knockout stage. In Group E, we got Trish Stratus, China, Tori Wilson, and Victoria. Now we know Trish Stratus came back and stuff like that, and she had her rivalry with Becky Lynch, but that doesn't count compared to what she had done in the past. But my number one on the list has got to be China. Everyone else as like it's a toss up. I like Tori Wilson too. Tori Wilson had an awesome record in WrestleMania. Um, but China to me and Tori Wilson is my favorite.
Hmm. I like China and Stratus.
I'm gonna agree with Hector. China and Stratus on this one.
All right. And Group F, Beth Phoenix, Mickey James, Alexa Bliss, Michelle McCool. Phoenix and James, they had their rivalries, man. I'm glad they're in that same group right there. But with that rivalry, and no disrespect to Michelle McCool, but I like Beth Phoenix and Mickey James.
I like Alexa Bliss and Mickey James on this one.
Wow.
Weren't they
Just
together
because I
before?
like Alexa Bliss. Yeah, I think so.
Mm.
I gotta stick with my Glamazon, regardless of what she's wherever she's at. But I'm gonna stick McCool in there with her with my Glamazon.
Outstanding. All
Mhm.
right. Group G, Liv Morgan, Molly Holly, Alicia Fox, and Lita.
I think
Hmm.
Liv Morgan on this one, and probably Lita.
Mm.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Frank on that one. I kept on looking at Molly Holly, but I can't take
Group
Alicia Fox.
G,
Please.
yeah, Group G is a very weak group.
You
Alicia
think?
Fox, she reminds me of
I
our
think so.
Truth. So
Well,
keep
that's
comedian.
even better. I need another R Truth up in here. Give me Alicia Fox and Liv Morgan. I like that.
Okay.
All right, last group: Naomi, Nia Jax, Bianca Belair, and Melina. I think this is also a stacked group.
Hmm.
But I am picking Bianca Belair and Naomi. I'm gonna stick with those two.
Mm.
I will say on this one, Bianca Belair and Nia Jax.
Yeah. It's Nia time for me and Bianca
The
Belair.
time. I'm surprised none of them picked Melina, man. That
Nah.
I thought Frank, that was Frank's type right there.
No, she is. But I mean, I kind of switch it around and not just go by looks. I mean, if you're going to go by looks, hell, I'm just going to go
Ain't that what you
Melina and
just said
Bianca
you
Belair.
wanted to do? Is do looks?
I do, but at the same time, I gotta be fair. I gotta be fair to the individuals. I can't just be a freaking womanizer and just go based on the women looks, because
This
then I'm
guy
gonna look like a
said
freaking sexist.
womanizing.
I'm gonna look like a fucking dog. I mean, all I want to do is just be fair and
All I
just
want to do is zoom, zoom, zoom,
zoom,
zoom, and a
zoom,
boom,
boom, boom,
boom.
boom.
Who let the
Get Frank
dogs out?
blood.
Arr, 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 arr.
Who let
So
Frank out?
Oh wow.
All
I've
right.
been
Hey,
let out.
like I said, stay tuned to the HHW show and, of course, on our YouTube channel to find out who moves on to the round of 16. You can catch that all there, all here, once again at hhwshow.com. Starting next week, we are making our picks for each round, and round 1 and 2 are going to happen all next week. So we'll go live on one, video on the other. Like I said, there's just so much that's going on to get ready for the road to WrestleMania. And this is awesome, man. Awesome conversations, dream matches, and everything else. And we just hope that maybe this WrestleMania 40, will be full of dreams and memories as we move on to the grandest stage of them all. Hector, Frank, thank you very much, man. This has been pretty awesome.
Man,
All
it's been
right.
awesome.
Hasta la semana que viene.
Yeah, yeah. The takeaway. I gotta end it with a takeaway. What's
The
one
thing-
thing we could take away from all of our discussions that we had? Frank, I'll start with you. Anything you want to say? A lesson learned here.
Lesson learned: don't always pick by looks. Looks are deceiving.
Don't drink no more, Frank.
That
Hector.
too.
Okay. Trying to be serious here because Frank is not taking nothing serious.
No, 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 he's not. He's already wilding out with this women's World Cup here.
I know
Um,
it. He's all on top of it.
I'm talking about
Oh,
cups. I'm
exactly.
surprised he's not talking about these cups. So you know what I mean? Like,
Oh my god!
Do you
that's
Like
want
why
to get me
he's asking
started?
for pictures. You
like
know what I
Jerry
mean?
Lawler would say, "Them puppies." Yeah.
The
Mhm.
Them
puppies.
puppies.
Go ahead, Hector.
No, but looking at everything that we've been seeing over the last couple of weeks, you know, it seems like it's good to make friends. It's good to make allies, I should say, not friends. It's good to have allies at the right time at the right place because WrestleMania is right around the corner, and you want more allies than you want enemies. And we're seeing certain individuals making more enemies, and we're seeing other individuals trying to make more allies. So let bygones be bygones, and just for this one time, let's just be allies, because we may have a common interest in all this at the end of the day, somehow, some way. If you scratch my back, I could scratch your back. So, but stop trying to go around slapping everybody in the face and, making enemies with everybody.
How about this? Practice what you preach. And I tell you this, Drew McIntyre, I don't know what angle he's playing, but don't be a hypocrite. Okay? You want to back off to Seth Rollins, but then you caught yourself in a little feud with Jey Uso. And whether he separated himself from SmackDown, he is still the bloodline. Okay? And I think that's going to bite him in the ass. And it caught up to him. Okay? You talk about victories, but yet you talk about your past, and everyone want everybody to feel sorry for you, but you're winning matches that you really haven't won. Okay? So don't talk. Stop talking. Okay? And when we talk about practice what you preach, there's only one man right now that's following that, and that is Seth freaking Rollins. He's willing to take the risks. And if you're willing to take a risk, two things can happen. It could go right for you, or it could go wrong. But at least at the end, you could say that you did it, and you could learn from it. And that is the biggest takeaway tonight on the Hard Hitting Wrestling Show. Thank you for watching. Tune in next week. And again, tune into our YouTube channel and find out about the fantasy tournaments and much, much more. You're listening to the Hard Hitting Wrestling Show. Take care, everyone. Have a great week.